I am Jesse Trujillo, the CEO of AJX Capital. We've been doing real estate for over 20 years, first established in San Diego, California, and now we're in 4 other markets across the US, along with other landlord-friendly states for multifamily. We've been working on this for a long time to get our fund together so we can open the door for more investors to join us and help them really create passive income for themselves with our operators. And just knowing that we can provide really the expertise of over 20 years and 1,000 properties that we've done over the last 15 years. A little bit about me is I'm born and raised in San Diego, California. 2 kids, a 15-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter. Them and my beautiful wife, we've been living here in San Diego for the longest. We've really started investing here in San Diego, over 20 years ago. And since then, it's grown into multiple markets and multiple divisions that we have. Multifamily, single-family residence, and flips. We want to share with you everything that we've done. We have been growing this for many years and really excited to bring something to where anyone can invest with us as long as they're an accredited investor and really learn the power of passive income and help them out. Give them a trusted partner that they feel comfortable with our experience. I'll tell you the story how AJX started. My son was born in 2008. His sister was born in 2009. And when my son was born, we had just gone through the market crash. And I really wanted to build something that would last forever. Our company is called AJX. AJ is my daughter's first name and middle name, and my son is Jesse Xavier. So it's a combination of the first and middle names. And since that point, we've been running and just growing the company little by little. In 2009, we did 1 flip. And then in 2010, we grew up to 20. By 2016 and 17, we were doing around average 80 flips a year just in San Diego. Now we've gone 4 markets, we're almost doing 200 flips a year. We've actually gone into 1,000 properties that we've purchased and sold since 2010. We've now owned about 1,000 rental units, including single family and multifamily. When I started it, I wanted to make sure that I knew the downfalls of real estate. I knew the risks of real estate. I know we went through the crash. And I wanted to make sure that we did everything in our power to make sure that we're investing in smart real estate deals, not just anything that comes along. You really have to put a lot of due diligence in it. You have to really look and care about what you're buying. And for us, that was a start. And using those principles as we grew, little by little, we just kept growing the company. From humble beginnings to now, it's something that I love sharing with anyone I can. If someone's interested in investing passively, this is the opportunity that we wanted to create. And we're finally here with our fund. Here at AJX, our mission is to beautify properties and communities anywhere that we're working in. Besides that, it's also offering people the opportunity to invest in real estate when they don't have the time or the resources to do it themselves, but they want to be involved in it and actually help people grow their wealth with passive income. We want to open that door to any accredited investors that want to work with us. You know what those things, it all started with me wanting to show my kids. I wanted to show my kids the power of real estate investing. And that opened my mind to creating the fund and opening that door to even more people, not only to my kids, but to other families, other people that want to invest that don't know how, so that they can achieve passive income as well. At AJX Capital, we created the AJX Diversified Real Estate Fund. That's a 506c for accredited investors. It's a $20 million fund that allows investors to join us and pick and choose whether they want to do flips, or they want to do rentals, or they want to do actually apartments with us. The beauty about it is that not only can they choose these different avenues, but they can also choose the markets that we're in. It really diversifies people's investments. The reason we're opening this up to investors today is because the market's perfect for it. There's so much volatility up and down, especially in stocks and all these other different things with the interest rates going up and down. With what we've built, the diversification between the 3 avenues that we have, it really is a perfect timing, not only because we picked the right markets, we're specifically focusing on the areas where the market is working the best for us. As interest rates rise, it causes actually properties that people need to sell and they don't have an avenue. And that's where we come in. We come in actually to help and create a win-win with people, right? They want to sell their property and we want to buy it. As long as we're getting them at good deals, doing our homework on it, and have calculated risk of making sure that these are great investments to be investing in. Here's how it works. You invest in the fund. And then the fund lends the money to the entities that are buying these properties. You get to pick and choose which ones. And the one that you choose on, the actual fund is recorded as a loan against that property. So it's secured by usually a trust deed or a mortgage on those specific properties. So if anything were to go wrong, the first ones that get paid is the actual fund which you're involved in. The other thing we do to protect our investors' money is due diligence. It's so important to double check and triple check every investment we're doing. Anything that we can look and really find out of the markets that we're in, and then specifically to the property. Double checking that the properties that we're buying are 100% ones that we want to buy and have our investors' money on. So at AJX Capital, we have an investor portal that just makes it smooth and easy that anyone can log in that has invested with us, and you can see your money real time of seeing what it's been invested in, when is it due, and give you all the information you need. Because we believe in communication is the key. You have to be communicated. We want you to know where your money's at. We want you to know what's going on with the properties. That's why we have it on this investor portal for you to always look at any time of the day. The other thing is, how do you get paid? Once the investment that you invested in sells, then you pretty much go through the process of, it could be reinvested, it goes back into the fund, or if it's after the 1 year mark, you can ask for that money back, reinvest it, get some interest back. The beauty about our fund is that you can pick and choose and make decisions with our team as we know that those properties are coming up for sale. When you invest into the fund, it's a minimum of 1 year. It's a $50,000 minimum investment as well. But once that year passes up, then we're just always in constant contact, and you can decide whether you want to keep investing with us or have the money returned to you. There's options, and that's what we love about it. When you pick and choose, depending on the type of property you want to invest in, there's different options. You can make from an interest rate from 7% all the way to 18+%. It just depends on the type of properties that we have, and we will always bring up those opportunities and show you the availability of them, depending on what type of investment you like. I'll tell you a story of an investor that I see this all the time. He invested with us early on when we first started, and he was very hesitant, and he didn't know us, right? He didn't know our track record. He said even though we did have a great track record, he wasn't sure about investing with us. He didn't know how to trust us. He felt comfortable after me explaining all the due diligence and process that we do to pick up these properties. I always tell our investors, ask all the questions you have before you invest with us. We want to be an open book with you and make you feel comfortable and know who you're investing in. So I can tell you that he asked us a million questions, and we were okay with it, and we welcomed him. And I said, invest the minimum that you want. And he did. He invested $20,000. And I can tell you several years later, now he has over $600,000 with us. It's building that trust. It's something that we want to do for everyone. We don't expect everyone to invest everything they have with us. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and you like not only us, our systems, our process, but also the properties that you're investing in, that you feel comfortable with that. Now that you've learned about AJX Capital, we'd really love to set up a call with you. That call is called a discovery call. We really want to get to know you. We want to know what your goals are and see if we can align with them. And if we do, then we keep going forward and keep talking about how we can help you achieve those goals together. Once that happens, then you get placed in our portal. In the portal, you get to go over properties, and if you have questions on them, we'll go over them with you, and finally pick and choose an investment that you really feel comfortable with us to start off. After that, as things progress and that one pays off, we'll go over another property with you. So I wanted to share, you've heard we've done over 1,000 properties, and of all those properties, we've had investors on every single one. And I'm glad to say that on every single one of those, we've returned all of our investors' money. Without our investors, we couldn't be where we're at. We needed their help. It's a win-win. And I love the fact that someone can trust us and we can return that favor of them, knowing that not only can they trust us, but they can verify that we are doing what we're supposed to with their money. One of the biggest compliments that we get here at AJX Capital is when we hear from investors that have invested with us for not only short periods or years, and they tell us thank you for having the opportunity to invest with us, to give them that peace of mind, to return their money, not only their principal, but their interest that now they've used, whether to live life, pay bills, or grow the wealth for their family. That's what we're all about here at AJX. We want to make sure it's a win for our investors. Like when I started the company in 2009, it was all about creating wealth for the family. And we want to share that with our investors as well.